Hello everybody. First things first, a check-in. We are filming today with no makeup on, just chilling. But again, if I don't get it done today, then I probably won't. One of the reasons is because for filming, at this moment of filming, next week, I am having just a little surgery, just getting my gallbladder removed. I've been having some stomach issues, and turns out my gallbladder's full of gallstones. And yeah, so we're just gonna get that removed, and I'll be having some recovery time, so I won't be making any videos for a couple weeks. So I'm making this one in advance. And so whenever this actually goes live, it'll probably have already happened. So I'll be posting on my Instagram just little updates like I'm okay, or this is how it's going. And also I've been asking a bunch of people on Instagram experiences on gallbladder surgeries. One second. And that's been really helpful. So anyways, I'll be over on Instagram hanging out after the surgery, but a little absent here from YouTube for a few weeks while I recover. Anywho, we are here today for a Friday Finds video. The first item that I have found recently, one second, that we love are these things. These are teething sticks. Now, there's so many little areas that they can chew on that feel so good on their gums. It's hollow through the inside, so it's really squeezy silicone. And he typically can hold on to this pretty darn good. Obviously, he's not right now. It comes in, I think, a 6-pack, and these are a few of the colors. I brought a few of them to show. So they're really cute and pretty. Super easy just to throw in the dishwasher after they've been used that day to get cleaned up. And he loves carrying this around in his car seat. So this is a new one for us that I didn't have with Willow, and we are loving it. Next up is one of my favorite supplements. This is the Earthly Wellness Feel Better Fast Herbal Supplement. So when I was pregnant with him, I got sick all the time, and I couldn't take Dayquil, NyQuil, like all the usual things. So I pulled my Instagram. That place, my Instagram, or people that, my friends and stuff over there, all y'all are smart people. They are some of the most well-rounded, experienced people in the world, I find, because I ask all questions and advice about all sorts of stuff, and I feel like I always get really helpful stuff in return. Everyone said to get this, and so I did, and we've kept it on hand since. I feel like this supplement really helps sicknesses just go really fast, or if I feel like, oh, we have travel coming up and I kind of want to prevent one, we'll be using this. It's safe all the way from 6 months and up. So for like anybody Willow's age, or 6 months to like 6 years, you just use 2 to 5 drops. And then 5 to 10 for like adolescents, and then adults or 13 and up, it's like 10 to 20 drops daily. We don't do it daily just because, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but I feel like if you do something every single day, eventually it's not gonna work as good, or you'll become like immune to it. I don't know if that's real or not, but I use it like a couple times a week probably, and then like I will use it every day if we have a sickness or we're trying to prevent one. And it tastes good. You can put this by itself in your mouth or on a spoon to take, and it tastes really good. So highly recommend this if you're looking for something that you can give your kiddos that is kid safe. Lastly, something that I have been loving lately, I don't know if I've mentioned it yet on here, but is the Steadfast Motherhood Devotional by the Daily Grace Co. This was given to me when right after I had him as a gift, and it's 60 days of abiding in Christ, and I just love this thing. It is rare that you'll find a devotional that I guess really dives in and doesn't feel really surfacey or say all the cliche things of like, Mom, are you tired of, dishes in your sink, or just like all the things like that. And it's like, it does acknowledge those things. Like in motherhood, we have dirty dishes, we drink cold coffee, we're constantly doing laundry. It's hard to get a word in edgewise when you're talking to people. Those are all true things, but those are surface level things compared to the truth of the gospel, which is what we need in motherhood and for any season of life. But it's really practical. It has like advice for people from babies all the way to like teenagers in terms of like the examples that it gives. But like this day is day 38, don't worry about anything. And it has Philippians 4:6-7, which is the verse. Don't worry about anything, but in everything through prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will grant your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Just like an example. So it has that verse, and then it has like the nice, 3-4 paragraph devotional, and then a prayer at the end. I've just really enjoyed it. And that specifically in that newborn season, when I don't have time to sit down and read for 30 minutes, this has given me the truth that I needed without sacrificing depth that I also need. So I've loved this. Thank you to my friend Morgan. If she ever watches this, she's the one who gave it to me, and I love it. And it's going to turn into one of my favorite gifts to give moms. And then the last thing, this is kind of a more, this Friday Finds is skewing motherhood. So if you don't have kids, I'm sorry. This one is just kind of what's going on with us this week. But I just heard this news recently. So my last one, the last find for this week is not a new find to me, it's an old one, but it's the Risen Motherhood podcast. A lot of you moms out there may have already heard of it, but it's a Christian motherhood podcast that just talks about being a mom while trying to live out the gospel. It's been around, I don't know, like at least 8 years or something, but I just listened to their most recent episode, which is from like 2 months ago, so it's not really new news, but it was news to me this week that they're actually going to be closing down their ministry. They have been doing this thing for 8-9 years, and they're going to do it for 1 more year, and then they're going to stop, just because they feel like you can go listen to their latest episode to hear all the reasons why, but they feel like there's just God's pulling them in different directions, and they've, served their purpose, and it's just time to close it. So anyways, they're closing it, but the way they're doing it is the next year, they'll still be releasing their new content. They have a new book coming out, a new devotional, I think, some really cool episodes on the podcast. And then they'll be done doing new content, and then they'll have 1 year where you can access all their resources. So all the podcast episodes, all the blog posts, like all the things that they've done, and then they're actually going to remove it all from the internet. So it's not just going to live on the internet forever like a lot of things. And you can listen to that episode, which I'll link in the show notes if you were curious. Their reasoning and everything. It was a great episode, I thought, of their podcast, just hearing all about their decision-making process in this. But yeah, I just thought that was crazy to learn, and I've so many episodes I haven't listened to, and it's just like a flash, ding, ding, ding. We have about 2 years to listen to anything or consume anything from Risen Motherhood, which as a mother, you don't have that much extra time to consume content. So I'm just letting you know, my Friday Find this week was re-listening to new episodes of the Risen Motherhood podcast and reminding myself I only have 2 years to enjoy and savor them, and all their resources and everything are so highly recommended by so many women in my life, and as well as I'm recommending it too. So that is Friday Finds this week. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope to be back on here soon. I'll be back on here as soon as I can, just because I love making videos and stuff, and as soon as I feel recovered and well and like I'm not pushing it, then I'll be back. But until then, I'll be hanging out on Instagram, so come follow me if you feel like it, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of these videos in the future. But other than that, I'll see you later, and hope you have a good day. Bye.